Hi, souls. Can we really break the reincarnation cycle on this earth? That is today's topic. Have you ever wondered if we really can stop the reincarnation cycle on this earth? Or are we just trapped in this never-end loop of birth, death, and rebirth? Are we supposed to just live in this endless loop of similar lessons with pain, suffering, some joys, some excitements? And let's be practical to say that perhaps very few people on earth do experience longer period time of the joy and a smooth life and feels truly happy and content. But vast of majority humans are really not. Temporary pleasures always follows with some kind of pain or challenges in our life. Today, I want to share my thoughts on this, based on my own journey and what I have learned from a rather interesting hypnotherapy school experience. I once attended a hypnotherapy school where the owners, an older couple, taught us their version of reincarnation. They believed that nobody could truly stop the reincarnation cycle until all souls on earth were healed. You are self-centered as they interpreted, your different perspective. That means that you think that you probably are so much better than them. They make it like all the students in the class feel like, these school owners, they love each other so much, and they're meant to keep coming back together. So we somehow seems like need to follow their footsteps as well. Their idea was that healing was a group effort. We all had to heal to free ourselves. We all have to Now I get why this idea can be comforting. It speaks to our desire for connection, for unity, especially for people who still have a need and a desire for having a romantic relationship on this earth. Or they may still have a need to attach to someone or something in order to feel the completion or love on this earth. But I feel that something didn't really sit right with my deep knowing. So what I see through is that this couple were operating from a place of attachment, both to their own ideas and to each other, rather than from a real understanding. The fact that they disliked students questioning their rules and their versions suggests that they were more interested in control than true expansion. My soul growth at that time already transcended their levels of the thinking. That is why their teachings felt empty to me. They did a great job by teaching script hypnotherapy techniques for sure, but not real wisdom. A true mentor would recognize your depths and encourage your insights, not to resist them. Maybe encounter them was just a reminder that my path is unique, and no traditional school can truly teach me what I already know at a deeper level. I began to realize that their belief wasn't about true liberation. It was rooted in attachment to each other, and attachment to the idea of reincarnation itself. This belief that we must all heal as a collective to complete the reincarnation on this earth realm has its roots in the idea of interconnectedness. It is a perspective that sees humanity as one, and that's true to extent. We're all connected. But here's the thing. Just because we are connected doesn't mean we are all at the same point in our journey. Some souls may ready to transcend, while others are still learning their license here. And why should the one ready to break free, from this bond by the ones that still struggle to awaken? Each being is responsible for their own awakening. Please let me repeat this wisdom again. Each being is responsible for their own awakening. And those who realize their truth can naturally transcend regardless of the state of the collective. The notion that one must wait for everyone else to be healed before leaving could be seen as another form of attachment to the physical realm here, and it is and also attached to its limitations. The idea that those who leave are selfish comes from a perspective that sees separation. But if all is one, then whether a soul stays or leaves, it is all part of the greater unfolding, right? Some choose to stay and guide, some leave, some remain trapped. Each of us experiencing what we are ready for. The truth is, if your soul is ready to leave, it doesn't have to wait for everyone else. We are not stuck in the waiting room of existence, waiting for others to catch up. The truth about liberation is more personal, more individual than many realize. For most people, we got memories like wipe out before the next reincarnation. It's like by reincarnation with no memory of past lives, we are essentially starting from scratch each time, being pushed into a loop of learning the similar lessons over and over without fully breaking free from them. This cycle can certainly feel like a trap or prison in this moment of timeline. Like I mentioned in my another video, you guys can check out the messages from various alien races. These cycles keep us in a state of limited awareness and a detachment from our true higher nature. The more we forget, the more we are influenced by the material world and its distractions, making it harder to access the deeper wisdom that is part of our soul's essence. If the true power of the soul were more easily accessible, we would likely break free from these cycles much sooner. But the forces that keep us unaware here, also seem to perpetuate the cycle, feeding into the system's control. So, how can someone stop reincarnation on this earth wrong? This is not as simple as just decided to exit the cycle. Especially, it's not about escaping from the cycle. It's about going deeper, much deeper. It's about understanding that the reason we feel trapped is because we identify too much with the body, the emotions, the story we tell ourselves. True liberation comes when we realize that we're not these things, when we detach from the illusions of the material world, the stories we carry, and the attachment to the physical form, our physical form, this physical body. The cycles lose its grip. The more aware we become our true nature, our divine essence of pure soul consciousness. So the idea that those who leave are selfish comes from a perspective that sees the separation. But if it's all is one, like they said, then whether a soul stays or leaves, it is all part of the greater unfolding. And some will stay here, some will leave. And like I said, we all have our own individual experience that we are actually assigned for, we are ready for. When the soul fully realizes its power, detaches from the material world programming, and simply is, it could transcend the need for reincarnation on this earth. In that state of the being, where a soul is aligned with its higher self, and fully conscious of its eternal nature, it could complete its earthly journey and move on to other realms or dimensions. And such a person has to be fully ready to transcend to other realms that might be formless and no material experiences, and just being. On another word, if your soul is not ready, you will find that higher dimension really boring. For souls are ready, that dimension is blissful peace. The fully ready soul no longer needs to experience cycles of birth and of death tied to this particular realm, because it has integrated its lessons and reached a level of enlightenment or understanding that suppresses the need for further human incarnations. Such a soul might move beyond the limitations of this earthly existence and explore higher dimensional experiences, or even merge with universal consciousness, contributing to the ongoing expansion of awareness and the existence in those other realms. For some souls, it might involve, guiding others from a non-physical plane, influencing the flow of energy, or helping others awaken without being bound by reincarnation themselves. It's like, the journey here is one of awakening, where you once transcended the illusion of the material world and reconnect with your true nature. The journey isn't about continuing in the same form, but about evolve into something that operates beyond the constraints of our physical existence.